I'm Fox 4 meteorologist Andrew Shipley. We're taking a live look outside the Margaritaville here this morning at Fort Myers Beach. And nice start here. A little warm, though, as we're seeing temperatures 79 degrees, feeling like 86 thanks to that high humidity, 94% humidity this morning. As for clouds and radar, pretty quiet. A few little sprinkles out in the Gulf, but I do expect those to stay off the shoreline here this morning, though we could see some storms this afternoon. I'll break that down in just a second. But temperatures this morning, waking up 80 degrees Arcadia, 82 Port Charlotte, as well as Sanibel, 79 down in Naples for you. And in the next couple hours, climbing up to about 90 degrees there by 1 o'clock. Do expect some sunshine this morning. Then we'll track those isolated scattered storms as we get in towards the second half of the day here. As for temperatures peaking out, though, about 94 Punta Gorda, Arcadia, 92 Fort Myers, as well as Moorhaven, Clewiston, Golden Gate. Though when you add in humidity, those feels like temperatures anywhere from 105 to maybe even 110 or higher. Places like Arcadia looking at 112 today, 108 in Immokalee. And we are looking at a heat advisory down in Collier County till 6 p.m. Now, all of us, though, are in those triple-digit feels likes, so just not quite to that criteria need to be had for a heat advisory, but just treat it as if we're all in that heat advisory. If you're going to be outside today, drinking plenty of water, take breaks, find the AC, cool that body down if you can. As for the day itself, though, again, quiet here this morning into the noontime hour, but I do expect by 3 o'clock we'll start to see those showers bubbling up in Collier County, maybe out towards Hendry County there as well. Most of the activity, though, as we get towards this evening, looks to be east of I-75 for you, and then lifting northward as we get in towards that, say, 8 o'clock hour. I think much of the activity for the day will be done by about 9 o'clock here tonight, but could still see some localized heavy downpours, again, especially inland, 1 to 2 inches worth of rain like we usually typically see during the evening hours. So speaking of tonight, thunderstorms early, otherwise 78 degrees will clear things out as we move into the second half of the overnight. And then tomorrow we do it again. Looking at Sunday, looking at 93 degrees, afternoon showers, storms again. Most of that looks to be inland there as well. And if you're thinking about going boating Saturday or Sunday, both days look pretty good. Again, most of those storms will be inland, light chop out there both days, maybe with slightly lower seas there on Saturday, but I really don't think any complaints on either way. As for the tropics, though, we're tracking two areas. One out in the main development region, one actually developing here in the Gulf. Let's talk about this one particularly here. Still a little disorganized. This is coming off the Yucatan, but we are seeing a 60% chance of development over the next 7 days here. And we do have this stationary front off to the north here, and it's going to be interacting with that frontal boundary as it lifts off to the north near Texas and could form a depression there as we get in towards next week. And then the one in the main development region, still a broad area of showers and thunderstorms, though we could see a more well-defined area of low pressure forming there as we head into next week as well. 30% chance over the next 7 days. But let's talk about the one in the Gulf here, as we are expecting it again on the end of this stationary front. Just trying to get its act together as we get in towards the middle of next week there off the Texas coastline. Maybe a little depression there trying to form by Monday. So we'll just have to wait and see. Again, this does not look like it's start to southwest Florida, but definitely as we continue to move through hurricane season, it is something we are going to continue to follow for you. Peak season just in 3 days on September 10th and goes all the way to November 30th. As for your 7-day forecast, so again, locally, not looking at a tropical threat, but we will be tracking those afternoon showers and storms for you through the next 7 days. Maybe a slight cooling trend as we go from about 92, 93 this weekend down to about 90 by next Friday.